So, AI has shown impressive capabilities when it comes to organizing, standardizing, and communicating data. But what we're kind of just beginning to talk into, and I'd love to kind of dive into,
Yeah.
when it comes to real insights, there is still a human element needed. Can you go more into where that human element will start to really differentiate itself as this becomes more and more democratized?
Right. So that idea, that initial spark is even more valuable if everything else can be automated.
Hmm.
And so I think that's the empowering piece for marketers in particular is that campaign that changes the entire outlook of a business is entirely possible, but now you can start to get a better sense of, how could I tweak it one way or how could I extend it another way? And so I think when we look at the underlying opportunity with AI, the chat conversational interface is just one part of it. So
Yes.
one of the areas that we're really focused on now is how do you take that underlying AI engine to build function specific agents? And so you
Mm.
have an opportunity here, for instance, in the case of marketers, where I can generate an analysis that is really designed to you. Kind of the debate here in AI oftentimes is, the ability to repeat the same analysis is very difficult. So is that
Hmm.
a feature or
Yeah.
is that a bug?
Right.
And I think in this case, we always see it as a feature is you want to have that next report really stand out and be nuanced for the moment that you're consuming it. And so one of the agents that we're working on to support marketers is, brand health tracking still looks and feels like it's the mid 1990s with the old school operators.
Yeah. Yeah.
That should be so much faster. You shouldn't be waiting like 3 or 4 weeks after they collected the data 12 weeks ago to get
Hmm.
feedback on if the campaign's working.
Yeah.
And so I think what's really exciting about agents is you can have really function specific agents, in this case, marketing, and they're able to go in and understand, hey, based on television spend, based on connected TV spend, all of the elements on each channel, it should be generating an analysis of how much is that moving your intended marketing objective. And it's not waiting for that report. So it really is real time. It's giving you that ability to make changes. We saw this, for instance, we worked on a lot of Olympic creative, the ability to move very quickly.
Oh my God.
Obviously,
Yeah.
there's a lot of different angles that you might be taking as the games go on. And all of those pieces have to operate at the speed you have to make the decision. And that has not been, to kind of connected to the beginning, like market research has been too slow. They
Hmm.
haven't been large enough data sets, both in terms of the sample size or the geographies. Like too often it's US centric and it's too expensive. All of these things should change. I think that's the exciting thing about operations like Morning Consult AI is all of a sudden you can get the data instantaneously. You can ask whatever question you want anywhere in the world. And it's right now as a free beta. So, the cost is right where every marketer can be. Anyone on podcast could log into Morning Consult AI right now and access 80 million interviews.